The group, consisting of Sen, Sep, Grit, and Elsa, agrees to the arrangement. As they embark on their journey, Mitsua's unconventional attire raises eyebrows, but the expedition presses on into the forest. During a rest, the adventurers share their struggles with finding consistent work, grateful for Mitsua's employment. The day's task is herb gathering, followed by setting up camp. Mitsua's introduction of an instant tent impresses the group, and when the challenge of starting a fire arises, she effortlessly ignites it with modern tools, showcasing her resourcefulness. In the evening's calm, Mitsua generously offers her surplus of minestrone soup to the group, who find it exceptionally tasty. They're equally impressed by her other culinary creations, and Sven hints that nobility and even the military might be potential customers. Mitsua's vision is to price her goods affordably for everyone, a sentiment that touches the group deeply. Preparing for bed, Mitsua dons her bathing suit for a wash, but her scant attire shocks her companions, prompting a hasty cover-up by the women. Despite Mitsua's invitation to join her, they remain bewildered by her customs. The next day's hunt sees Elsa miss a shot, but Mitsua, leveraging her crossbow skills honed with mercenaries, successfully downs a bird, leaving the group astounded. Later, a restroom break turns into a wild encounter with a boar, which Mitsuo dispatches with her firearm, disguising the deed as a crossbow kill to maintain her cover. Returning to the city, the adventurers celebrate their fruitful venture. Grit's curiosity about the lighter's cost leads to a discussion on gender roles in cooking. Mitsuo's display of a swimsuit magazine causes a stir, but she clarifies cultural differences, agreeing to adapt to local norms. As Mitsua contemplates her shop's inventory, she ponders quicker ways to amass wealth. The idea of selling the magazine crosses her mind, but she ultimately deems it unwise. Mitsua's artistic endeavors lead her to a quarry, where she attempts to craft sculptures via teleportation. Despite her efforts, the resulting statues are far from masterpieces. Yet, when a man purchases them for their supposed power to repel evil spirits, Mitsua is left pondering the odd success. Her shop, lacking a sign, still attracts a noble customer, Sabine, who purchases shampoo and other items with ease. After Sabine's departure, Mitsuo notices a suspicious man tailing her and intervenes, fearing for her store's reputation. Confronting the man and his accomplices in an alley, Mitsuo brandishes a taser, incapacitating one and earning the moniker Messenger from the startled group. She embellishes this title to Messenger of Lightning, using her taser to fend off the attackers until guards arrive and arrest them. Sabine is revealed to be a princess, and Mitsua, dubbed the Messenger of Lightning by the guards, is escorted to the palace. There, the royal family expresses gratitude for her bravery. The king, struggling with his vision, confides in Mitsua about his reliance on a magnifying glass to read small text. Mitsua presents the king with a pair of spectacles, confident they will improve his vision. Upon trying them, the king marvels at the clarity they provide. His chancellor, Sar, shares in the amazement, grateful for the newfound alternative to retirement. The king's interest in Mitsua's wares grows, but she humorously clarifies that her inventory does not include women, a jest the king appreciates, recognizing her independence. Back at her shop, Mitsua reflects on her quirky self-appointed title, hoping it won't lead to future complications. The next day, Nelson, president of the Alder Trading Company, demands ownership of her store, citing his royal connections. Mitsua defers, requesting a day to consult her business partner. Sabine, now a frequent visitor and like a younger sister to Mitsua, inadvertently learns of Mitsua's television and becomes a daily viewer. Mitsua entrusts Sabine with a letter for Sar. When Nelson returns, intent on finalizing the takeover, Sar's timely arrival disrupts his plans. Sar chastises Nelson for his actions, severing the Alder Company's ties with the palace due to his attempt to abduct the king's daughter, Sabine. Nelson, recognizing his grave error, resigns and warns others against crossing Mitsu. The king and Tsar, relieved to sever ties with the corrupt Alder company, admire Mitsu's resolve. The king's fascination with Mitsu deepens. In the shop, as Mitsu and Sabin enjoy their television time, Alina enters, seeking assistance. She shares the challenges her family's diner faces due to the unwanted advances of a rival restaurateur's son. Alina's affections lay with Anil, the apprentice at their diner, not the suitor whose advances she spurned. In retaliation, the suitor's father, a rival restaurateur, orchestrated a scheme to usurp their business, coercing their lead cook to resign and injuring Alina's father, Baron. The diner's doors remained shut for days, and in desperation, Alina sought Mitsu's aid. Upon meeting the diner's staff, Mitsu learned of Baron's desire to recruit a new chef. She cautioned against potential sabotage from the rival's camp and proposed reopening with the current team. Baron's injury and Anil's inexperience posed challenges, but Mitsu was undeterred, suggesting direct mentorship to expedite Anil and Alina's culinary skills. Despite concerns over staffing, Mitsu's reputation for her Yamano cuisine had soared since the ball, attracting aristocratic attention. Rumors circulated that Alina's restaurant offered this exclusive fare, and within a week, business resumed with a flourish, targeting affluent patrons. Adventurers Grid and Ilsa were enlisted for service, adapting well to their new roles. As the diner thrived, a suspicious figure loomed outside, the rival owner. Mitsu remained unfazed, anticipating his inevitable misstep. The diner's success peaked, drawing noble crowds eager for the famed Yamea cuisine. However, capacity constraints worried Mitsu, especially amid talks of delivery delays due to border monsters. The rival owner, flanked by his entourage, burst in, accusing the diner of fraudulent claims and demanding Baron's arrest. Without evidence, the confrontation hinged on Marcel's judgment, the reputed heir of the Yamea legacy. Marcel's verdict would come only after a taste test, leaving the diner's fate hanging in the balance. Marcel's critique of the meal turned into an emotional revelation as he recognized Mitsu's culinary teachings, which surpassed his own knowledge. The rival restaurateur's confidence crumbled when he realized Mitsu was the mastermind behind the Yamea cuisine. Mitsu offered Marcel a chance to learn directly from her in the kitchen, an opportunity he eagerly accepted. The situation escalated when Cal Klaus and his family, followed by the king himself, arrived unexpectedly. Mitsu seized the moment to accuse the rival owner of injuring Baron, leading to his arrest. While the restaurant's unique status was solidified, Alina's frustration with Mitsu stemmed from unfulfilled romantic aspirations with Baron. However, Baron openly welcomed Alina into his family, resolving the tension. Reflecting on her modest earnings, Mitsu found joy in the friendships formed and the adventure itself. She pondered over Colette's well-being and sent a letter, which arrived under the curious gaze of Colette's father,